Today's topic is place or physical distribution mix. The third point of the marketing mix. Physical distribution of products and services is the third important element of marketing mix. It is concerned with the availability of products and services at the right time and at right place. Right time and right place, so that customers may find it convenient to purchase them. Two important decisions taken under this element are: first point is selection of channel distribution. Second point is physical movement of goods and services from the place of production to the place of consumption. Right time, right place. Two important decisions are there. Which are they? Tell me. Selection of channel distribution and physical movement of goods and services from place of production to the place of consumption. So we can take the first topic, that is channels of distribution. Write this and underline. The goods are produced at one place, but the customers are scattered over a wide geographical area. It's very difficult for a producer to distribute his products all over the country. Therefore, he takes the help of some intermediaries to distribute the goods. Intermediaries. For example, Maruti cars are manufactured at Gurgaon but are available all over the country with the help of intermediaries. Channels of distribution refers to those people, institutions or merchants who help in the distribution of goods and services. Philip Kotler defines channels of distribution as a set of independent organizations involved in the process of making a product or service available for use or consumption. Yes, we can define channels of distribution according to Philip Kotler, that is a set of independent organizations involved in the process of making a product or service available for use or consumption. Three value words are there. Note down in the notebook and learn it. Channels of distribution bring economy of effort. They help to cover a vast geographical area and also bring efficiency in distribution, including transportation and warehousing. Retailers and wholesalers are the common channels of distribution. Which are the common channels of distribution? Retailers and wholesalers. Where did we learn this? We learned this topic in 11th standard BST internal trade. Channels of distribution provide convenience to customers who can get various items at one store. If there were no channels of distribution, customer would have faced a lot of difficulties. A customer wants to purchase toothpaste, salt and wheat, very basic essential goods. If there is no channel distribution, he has to meet the producer of toothpaste, producer of salt, producer of wheat, etc. directly. When there is a channel distribution, say retailer is the, what's the goodness? Producer gives this to retailer, retailer gives this to customer. So clearly we learnt in standard 11 BST. So next topic is, what are the functions of distribution channels? Underline, write the question. First point is sorting. SORTING. That is, middlemen obtain the supplies of goods from various suppliers and sort them out into similar groups on the basis of size, quality, etc. Sorting out. With example, we can highlight. Secondly, accumulation. In order to ensure a continuous supply of goods, middlemen maintain large volume of stock. Thirdly, allocation. It involves packing of the sorted goods into small marketable lots like 1 kilogram, 500 grams, 250 grams, etc. Allocating 500, 250, so on. Then next point is assorting. ASSORTING. Please write these points. Middlemen obtain a variety of goods from different manufacturers and provide them to the customers in the combination desired by them. For example, rice from Dehradun and Punjab, So middlemen obtain a variety of goods from different manufacturers and provide them to the customers in the combination desired by them. Assorting. Fifth point is product promotion. Sales promotional activities are mostly performed by the producer, but sometimes middlemen also participate in these activities like special display, discount, etc. Sixthly, negotiation. Middlemen negotiate the price, quality, guarantee, and other related matters about a product with the producer as well as customers. Seventhly, risk taking. Middlemen have to bear the risk of distribution like risk from damage or spoilage of goods, etc. when the goods are transported from one place to another or when they are stored in the godowns. So what are the functions of distribution channels? We have 7 points. Please note down in the notebook and learn it. It's very simple and we learned in BST internal trade. The next subtopic of this is types of distribution channels. Please write down the heading. Types of distribution channels. It's divided into two, direct channel and indirect channel. Please draw in the notebook this flow chart. Direct, another word is zero level. Indirect channels, that is one level channel is one level. That is manufacturer to retailer to customer. Two level channel is there. That's all indirect only. Manufacturer to wholesaler to retailer to consumer. So two levels, wholesale and retailer. Then only it reaches the consumer. Then we have three level. Manufacturer to the agent, to the wholesaler, to the retailer, then to consumer. Types of channels. We can have a detailed explanation of this. First point is direct or zero level channel. No agents, no intermediaries. Producer or the manufacturer directly sells the goods to whom? To the customers without involving any middleman. No middleman. That's why it's known as direct or zero level channel. It's the simplest and shortest mode of distribution. Selling through post, internet or door-to-door selling, etc. examples of this channel. Examples. Selling through post, internet, door-to-door selling, etc. The examples of this channel. For example, McDonald's, Bata, etc. Please note down the examples. We can add telemarketing, company on retail outlets also. These are all examples of direct channels. Already told, door-to-door selling, internet selling, mail order selling. Company owned retail outlets comes under zero level channel and telemarketing also. The second point needs explanation, indirect channels. When a manufacturer or a producer employ one or more middlemen to distribute goods is known as indirect channel. The first one is one level channel, manufacturer to retailer to consumer. The channel involves the use of one middleman, that is retailer, who in turn sells them to the ultimate customers. It's usually adopted for specialty goods. For example, Tata sells its cars through company approved retailers. Company approved retailers. Tata sells cars through company approved retailers. Second one is two level channel, manufacturer to the wholesaler to the retailer to the customer. Please note it down. Under this channel, wholesaler and retailer act as a link between the manufacturer and the customer. It's most commonly used channel for distributing goods like soap, rice, wheat, etc. Examples also, rice, soap, wheat, etc. Third one is three level channel, that is manufacturer gives to agent, agent to wholesaler to retailer, then it reaches the final consumer. This level comprises three middlemen, 1, 2, 3, agent, wholesaler and the retailer. The manufacturers supply the goods to their agents who in turn supply them to wholesalers and retailers. This level is usually used when a manufacturer deals in limited products and it wants to cover a wide market. Limited products but wants to cover a wide market. So another question, what are the three levels or channels? of distribution. Make a question. What are the three-level channels with the schematic diagram? Three-level channels of distribution with a diagram. We call it a schematic diagram. Connected to this, another question is, what are the factors, please note it down, determining the choice of channels or distribution? First one is product related. Second one is company characteristics. Third one is competitive factors. Fourth one is market factors. Fifth one is environment factors. Environment factors. Five headings are the, please note down in a column-wise analysis. At a glance, we can learn this. Product-related factors. Question itself is, what are the factors determining choice of channels of distribution? Product-related, company characteristics, competitive factors, market factors, and environment factors. So first point is related to nature of product. We can explain. In case of industrial goods like CT scan machine, short channels like zero level channel or first level channel should be preferred because they are usually technical, expensive, made to order and purchased by a few buyers. So consumer goods like LCD, refrigerator can be distributed through long channels as they are less expensive, not technical and frequently purchased. So depend on the nature of the product. And secondly, is it perishable or non-perishable? Perishable or non-perishable? Perishable products like fruits or vegetables are distributed through short channels like zero level channels, while non-perishable products like soap, oil, sugar, etc. indirect channels, longer channels. Perishable, zero channel. Non-perishable depends upon indirect channels, longer channels. And thirdly, the value of products. In case of products having low unit value such as groceries, long channels are preferred, while those with high unit value such as diamond jewelry, short channels are used. Depends on value of product. Fourthly, product complexity. Short channels are preferred for technically complex goods like industrial or engineering products like machinery, generators like torches, while non-complex or simple ones can be distributed through long channels. With the company characteristics. Main company characteristics offering choice of channels or distribution. Financial strength. Companies have huge funds at their disposal go for direct distribution. Those without such funds go for indirect channels. Huge funds, direct. Short channels are used if management wants greater control on the channel members. Otherwise, a company can go in for longer channels. Control, high, shorter. What are the competitive factors? Policies and channels selected by the competitors affect the choice of channels. A company has to decide whether to adopt the same channel as that of its competitor or choose another one. Examples. Nokia selected a particular channel, say Big Bazaar, for sale of their handsets. Other firms like Samsung and LG have also selected similar channels. So policies and channels are selected by the competitors also affect the choice of channels. Market factors. Size of market. If the number of customers is small, in case of industrial goods, short channels are preferred, while if the number of customers is high, as in the case of convenient goods, long channels are used. Then depends upon geographical concentration. Generally, long channels are used if the customers are widely spread. Widely spread, long channels. Well, if they concentrate in a small place, short channels can be used. And it depends upon the quantity purchased. Long channels are used in case the size of order is small. Large orders, direct channel may be used. Large orders, direct channels can be used. Environmental factors. Econ factors such as economic conditions and legal regulations also play an important and vital role in selecting channels of distribution. In a depressed economy, generally, shorter channels are selected. So, economic factors, legal regulations by the law of the land also play an important role in selecting channels of distribution. In a depressed economy, generally shorter channels are selected. If it is an optimism and a booming economy, They can select the other channels also. The next question or the topic is, what are the components of physical distribution? First one is order processing. It refers to placing order by the customer to the manufacturer via channel members. Accurate and speedy processing of order is essential to ensure timely delivery of goods to the customers in correct quantity and specifications. Second point is transportation. Please note it down. It refers to mode of carrying goods and raw materials from the place where they are produced to the place where they are to be sold. So it's the most important element of physical distribution of goods. It adds value to the goods by ensuring their availability at the right place and at right time. Thirdly, warehousing. Write it and underline. There's a time gap between the production and the consumption of goods. Thus, it becomes essential to store. Storing is needed because of time gap. For example, seasonal products like wheat, rice, coolers, etc. It creates time utility in the products. For products like agriculture products which require long time storage, warehouses are located near production sites. While the products which are perishable such as fruits, vegetables, etc. for the other products which are heavy and hard to ship are stored in the warehouses located near the market. Fourthly, inventory control. Inventory refers to what? The level of stock to be maintained. If a company maintains a high level of inventory, higher will be the level of service to customers. But along with this, the cost of maintaining the inventory will also be high because lot of capital would be tied up in the stock. Therefore, a firm is required to maintain a balance between customer satisfaction and a level of inventory. So, which are the factors which help determining inventory level? First point is firm's policy towards customer service. If a policy of the firm is to offer higher level of service to its customers, it needs to keep high level of inventory. Secondly, degree of accuracy of the sales forecast. Sales forecast. The high level of inventory can be minimized if sales forecasts are accurate. Third point, responsiveness of the distribution system. If a firm is in a position to provide quick supply of goods in case of additional demand, it will maintain low level of inventory. However, if it takes time to supply goods, it will maintain high level of inventory. That also depends on the situation. It's a cost of inventory. INVENTORY. Cost of warehouse, tied up capital, manufacturing cost are included in the cost of inventory. If this cost is high, lower level of inventory is maintained and vice versa. So we are getting a lot of questions from here. Tell me what are they? By combining all these points, we can make questions. What are the channels of distribution? Explain briefly. That is 1 mark. 5 or 6 marks question can come. Different types of question we can expect. What are the functions of channels of distribution? Identify the type of channel distribution when firms sell their products directly to consumers without any intermediary. What's answer? Direct channel or zero level of distribution. Explain briefly the components of a physical distribution. So learn these answers also very correctly. Understand it. Thank you. Take care.